Hello everyone and welcome to the Lone Gunman News Roundup for the 13th of January 2016, and I'm Ian. We've had quite a day yesterday, haven't we? So let me, as I did yesterday, just put things into categories. So first, in terms of the New World Order, you know that the New World Order, it wants basically a one world government, a one world currency, a one world bureaucracy, and even a one world religion. Well, Pope Francis has released his video where he asks and says that anyone of any faith, any religion, who is seeking God, well, we're all the same. That's the first start of your one world religion. NASA creating an office for planetary management has created a bit of a storm. It's now been called the Doomsday Office, and the subject of Nibiru just won't go away. Well, there's tons of stuff out there. And interestingly enough, within the New World Order agenda and transhumanism is artificial intelligence, and it seems every day we have someone new come out and say how much better the machine will be than humanity. And we had the Google chief say yesterday that artificial intelligence could be the salvation of mankind. He's obviously never read Ghost in the Machine or watched The Terminator. Sky events keep on happening all over the world. Flashes of light, unusual occurrences, and more folks are pointing to geoengineering and weather manipulation. Now, HARP is very old technology, but people use that term. And on the Lone Gunman, you will find plenty of videos showing what seems to be apparently HARP type activity. Far more worrying, however, are the massive ecological disasters that just keep on happening. Completely unreported in the Western world, we have a huge ecological disaster happening in Brazil right now. An iron ore mine broke a dam, resulting in massive mudslides of toxic sludge. Now, this sludge has claimed lives. It's put thousands of people's health at risk. There are dozens of folk missing. Most worryingly of all, it has reached the Brazilian coastline now and is spreading out along and into the ocean. This toxic sludge contains mercury and other poisonous elements. Any wonder then that we continue to see mass die-offs. Mainstream media is reporting mass die-offs of seabirds in the Atlantic, and they're blaming starvation. Well, if seabirds are starving, then it's because they can't be getting food. If they can't get food, it means that other things have already died off. It's a domino effect. Our ecological system is in real trouble. Fukushima keeps spewing its poison into the ocean. And now all across the world, we are starting to see radioactive mutations. So, for instance, on the Lone Gunman Facebook page, you will see that there are pictures of some of these mutations that have been found in California and elsewhere. Whales are dying by the 100 in India. You say that as a throwaway thing, but just think about that. One of the most sentient, most intelligent species on our planet is dying off at unprecedented rates. But hey ho, we always have scientists to fall back on, and the news surfaced that we now have human and animal chimeras in US research farms. There you go, it was only ever a matter of time, wasn't it? If we turn now to the economy, well, Royal Bank of Scotland have outed what's happening. They turned round yesterday and they told all their investors to sell everything, because there's a major crash coming that's going to be worse than the Great Depression. And that's on the back of Morgan Stanley saying that they estimate oil will reach $20 a barrel. The news today is that oil has slid below $30 a barrel. And as you know, I keep telling you, when it hits between $20 and $25 a barrel, war becomes inevitable. And I'll come back to the whole situation in the Middle East in a moment, but just to quickly note that the United States Senate has vetoed a proposal to audit the Federal Reserve. Well, the Federal Reserve has not had an audit probably ever. The gold's gone. There is no gold in the Federal Reserve. That's why they can't audit it. That's why they can't let the world know. In the Middle East, it just gets worse. America have now put boots on the ground in Syria. Obama calls it special operations. I wonder what Russia's going to call it. Obama says that they'll be going after ISIS, but everybody knows that they'll be going after Assad. It would seem that his plan now is to subdivide Syria. And of course, you can bet your bottom dollar that the proposal will include a subdivision which will allow the gas and oil pipelines to flow from Saudi Arabia to Turkey, which has been part of the agenda all along. And then Iran, who won't be bullied. 2 US landing vessels, from what I can gather, entered Iranian territorial waters. Now, you can judge for yourself what they were doing there, and were promptly captured. Now, Iran has now released this morning the 9 men and 1 woman sailor. However, it's another provocation. We have madmen playing with matches in a room full of dynamite. And of course, the US, well, they responded by having their aircraft carrier make provocative moves towards Iran. Great idea, great idea. And here in Europe, of course, the backlash from the migrant crisis continues to be felt. And we have a report on mainstream news now that German police, and we've heard this now from police forces all through the continent, where the police feel that they're being pressured into either not arresting migrants, despite whatever criminal activity they might be up to, or at best, when these folks are being arrested, then they're not being processed as migrants because they want to hide the true extent of the crime wave, and the sexual crime wave, let's just be honest, that's sweeping Europe. And that's leading many, this is a report in the Israeli news, to say that Europe is edging closer to civil war. Well, that would make sense, wouldn't it? They're trying to ferment civil war in the States, and they're trying to ferment possibly civil war in Europe, in its individual states. Remember, the New World Order seeks this. Out of chaos, order. Well, it sure looks like there's plenty of chaos to go about. Please like this video, please share it, please subscribe to the channel, and please ask to join our Facebook page. Thank you for listening. We are the Lone Gunman.